Well, we're rumbling and fumbling on to episode 14 of Squared Circle Breakdown, our Royal Rumble Review!
Woo!
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah! The Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. The Royal of Rumble. The Royalest of Rumbles. 2018. What did you think of this show?
7 out of 10.
Same. I liked it, but I always like the Rumble. The Rumble's my favorite pay-per-view.
The Rumble's always good, no matter what.
Even if the Rumble is shit, the Rumble is good.
Alright. We might as well just get it out of the way. The men's and women's Rumble of the show.
Well, I mean, they are the, big highlights.
They are the highlights, but it's...
And one of them was not the main.
So, the men's was in the middle of the card, which I was perplexed by. But...
I loved it.
Because everything else made sense.
It made me knew that somebody was not going to win, and it made me happy.
Well, let's put it like this. I would say this is the best men's Royal Rumble in the last 9 years, I would say, roughly.
There were,
I agree completely.
Unlike past Royal Rumbles, there weren't a lot of, surprise entries.
There was two real surprise. Real surprise.
Last year, I don't even think had any. Last year didn't have any surprises. So,
they had a few NXT people. What I consider, and the surprise entries they had this year, unlike in the past, they were surprise entries that you feel like they're plausibly they could win. You knew logically
one
they
of
weren't gonna win,
one of them was not this year.
Well, I like the men's Rumble, but now, before this call or episode was being filmed, I was asked my opinion on the women's one, because I never
Do
really...
we want to just do that one?
I'm going to go over some of the people that are in it later on once we actually get to the review of this portion, but I might as well just give my overall thoughts on the women's, because I've seen varying opinions on this one, the women's one.
Mm-hmm.
The women's Rumble was, without a shadow of a doubt, the most perplexing Royal Rumble I've seen. First of all, they did manage to find a way to throw these goddamn women over the top rope. They were fucking going as far as they can to make sure that they could get that done. So, props to them. However, the first half, I would say, of this Rumble was really... I shouldn't even say the first half. There was a lot of sloppy moments. Specifically, I think it was with Carmella and... Was it Trish or Natalya in some points?
It was probably Trish. Trish was very... Though everyone was happy to see her, and, if you're going to have a first women's Royal Rumble, I feel like Trish Stratus kind of has to be in it just for nostalgia purposes. But, all the years of people saying the Stratusfaction is the botchiest move, we're in full glory this match. I will be straight up. Every time she tried to do the Stratusfaction, super botchy.
This whole match was very botchy, but the thing is, it didn't have to be the cleanest of all spots because the Royal Rumble itself sells the gimmick. But I also feel that this is an underlying problem with the women's division in general, because when I look at the names of who was in it, a third of them were former women on the roster from prior years.
There was a lot of nostalgic for the lack of nostalgia that was in the men's Rumble,
Excuse
it was
me.
made up in the women's Rumble.
Excuse me. There was quite a few nostalgia pops.
There
were
quite a bit.
There was a good portion of nostalgia pops.
There was really a hefty load. And to be fair, some of them we hadn't seen in years looked really good. However, I felt that it was overblown or overdone because how many more surprises do you really need in a Royal Rumble? Especially since I maybe you can make the excuse since it's the first. You really want it to be as historic as possible, so you bring in all these names that are very symbolic to the WWE. But it got to be overdone for me, if you ask me. And to be honest, even two people, well, one of them, the Bella Twins, who are contracted to WWE, they were even surprises because we hadn't seen Nikki since WrestleMania last year, and we hadn't even seen Brie 2 years ago at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it was like, and then, I mean, I'm not going to get into the entrance just yet. I'd rather wait until we get to the actual full-blown review because I'm going to go in order as to who came in and what.
Okay, then let's.
But there is one more thing I do want to talk about, and it involves the end. With Ronda Rousey.
Wait. I want to give my answer, my opinion of the Women's Rumble.
Go ahead.
It was the best Women's Rumble I've ever seen.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
It was also the worst Women's Rumble I've ever seen.
You can't argue that.
Oh,
these are the facts. Face the facts.
Matt Hardy facts. In fact, they should definitely do that when Matt Hardy comes out. Just show a fact. Matt Hardy watched the best and worst Women's Rumble on January 28th, I think it was. But Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, goddamn does she know how to point. She knows how to point. She's got the point.
She did it twice.
She did it 3 times.
Did she? I missed the third time.
She did it the third time at the end.
She's really been working on those finger exercises because that point was very strong.
It was on point.
It's like it was like she was looking for the WrestleMania sign and she missed it the first 2 times. So she pointed for good measure on the stage.
I mean, to point something out, it can be kind of difficult sometimes, but she could really point, you know.
Good point.
But to get right to the point, she really did a good job pointing out that sign.
Good point. So
look. The point I'm trying to make here is that Ronda Rousey coming out and making the point that she's going to point at the WrestleMania sign to point out the fact that she's going to point to the opponent that she was going to choose, which is kind of weird because if you really point down to the chase of the point, there's no point.
Point taken. So
thank you.
That is a great point.
My God. So
I'm waiting how long we take this time.
This was in the words of Matt Hardy, this was absolutely wonderful.
Becky Lynch will be proud of us.
Yes. He feels woken now because of this. So what are our thoughts on Rousey as a full-time contracted WWE superstar?
I'm happy about it, but I want to know what the fuck they're doing with it.
Same. I am just happy she didn't come in and win the Rumble because I would have lost my shit.
Why?
I feel it was because to have the first Women's Royal Rumble won by somebody who's never even wrestled, not even in the company before, on TV, blows my mind after making it this big. You women are the reason why we're having this. This is the women's revolution. All these women worked very hard to get where they are today, and we're going to give it to this part-time. Actually, that would be on brand. It would be equal to the men if they just gave it to a part-timer at the very end.
No, Kristen, you're really pointing something out there.
I do. I'd make an excellent point.
Good point. You want to know what's... Let's just get right to the point. Ronda Rousey winning would have... If it would have caused a riot, I would have been very happy.
It wouldn't. I don't think it would have caused a riot.
But
I think if Roman Reigns would have won...
That I was hoping. I was praying to Lord that would happen.
It was very close.
I wanted that building to burn the fuck down by all those people.
Look, we would not have had we would not have had the women's rumble if Reigns won.
I just wanted to see people get so upset because, like.
Also, the quality of the stream would have went super crisp.
See, here's the thing about me. I am now of the type that I'm not going to let Vince piss me off, right? If anybody remembers me on here on YouTube, there was one wrestler I didn't like back in the day, and his name was Bobby Lashley. Now,
oh man, Bobby Lashley.
I hated Bobby Lashley with a passion, but
I love Bobby Lashley.
But a friend of mine came up to me and said to me, because apparently he's coming back to WWE, and they said to me, when he comes back, are you going to still hate him? And I had to ponder, and I said to myself, well, wait a minute. Back at WrestleMania 23, he represented President Daddy Trump. I can no longer hate Bobby Lashley. I love the guy now. Bobby Lashley
if you really think...
if
Daddy approves of him, then I guess I really approve of him.
Of Bobby Lashley, so you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here, your mind is blown, I am a Bobby Lashley fan, just based on that alone. He represented Daddy at WrestleMania 23 before he became president, so he was hip before the rest of us. I take that with stride. What were we talking about before I went on that rant?
Pointing.
Pointing. Okay. Back to the point. Ronda Rousey. Would she even be here if she was still undefeated?
Possibly.
No, absolutely not.
Possibly.
Now, to be fair, to be perfectly fair,
she probably would have made an appearance, but not
full-time contract.
I want to give her the benefit of the doubt for one reason. It seems like she's a huge fan. And when you're a huge fan, I give you more faith because...
And you put in the effort.
Well, if you're a fan, 9 times out of 10, you're going to put more of the effort. She's a big fan. You can clearly tell she's a huge fan of Roddy Piper. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. But, with that said now, is she going to wrestle every week, or is she going to have the Brock Lesnar schedule?
From what I have seen, she has signed a full-time contract, so that will ensue that she will be on the shows every week.
But that doesn't necessarily mean, because of Ronda Rousey's stature, that she'll want to do it because, again, what happens if she realizes that wrestling is not all it's cracked up to be? Because she's never lived the life of a wrestler. She's lived the life of an MMA fighter, which is a whole different animal. I can't judge how an MMA fighter lives, because I don't follow MMA to that degree. But I can tell you, from not just watching wrestling for nearly 23 years, but to talking to actual pro wrestlers, this is a whole different ballgame that we're talking here. There's no days off. You are constantly on the road 300 and something days a year. You are bumping up and down every night.
Pointing.
There's a lot of pain involved. There's a lot
Is there a lot of pointing? Because she's got the pointing down.
Yes. I should have made that point. Ronda Rousey, I'm just letting you know now. Hulk Hogan liked to point at people too. But he also learned to work. So just let you know, when you point at people, it's not going to knock them down instantly. You got to actually do some moves.
Also,
you understand my point?
Rhonda, if you're listening to this, I need to make a point here. Learn from Hulk's mistakes. Don't point at the wrong man's wife.
That's right.
Also, definitely another point to make is know the arena that you're going to be in beforehand.
Correct. That's a good point you make there, Kristen.
Fair point. Now,
This is just happening all night, right? We're just gonna keep doing this, right?
let's get back to point.
Wait, are you taking point on this?
And I'm gonna give you a point for that. So,
God damn it.
oh shit, my PowerPoint just froze.
Ah, no.
Well, that's okay. I can get us started on another bullet point.
Oh my god. So, damn, I wonder how many points the New England Patriots are going to score Sunday.
Ugh. Feels like
Not as
somebody's
many
pointing me in my back right
as
now.
the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles will falter this Sunday to Daddy Brady.
Oh, shit. I don't care what happens this weekend. I'm just hoping I cover my point spread.
That's right. Get the picture, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of points involved. Get the point. Anyways, this Royal Rumble show. We might as well get started. Should we even talk about the pre-show?
Just what was the pre-show?
The only match I did not get to see was TJP, Drew Gulak, and Gentleman Jack Gallagher against Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik, and the man that had to take a bump inside a garbage dumpster, known as Kalisto.
Well, he was on point that night, so the man could do it. The man did it too, because he did the Selena Del Sol to, was it TJP? Yes.
I did not see this match, so this is the only match.
I think it was TJP, and he won it for the Luchadors.
And then you had the Revival against the Club. Now, let me make
Fuck the Revival.
Let me make this point. Why did this match go as long as it did when the Club on the 25th anniversary of Raw beat them in 2 minutes, and then the Revival win in a 10-minute lengthy match?
That's beyond the point, Monoxide.
Look.
Do
I
not
think
point out my mistakes, okay?
The point that the Revival is trying to make is that they just use their fist, no flips, just fist.
No flips, just points.
Ah, there.
That's the new thing. That should be Ronda Rousey's shirt.
I'm waiting for us to get to a point where
But see, here's the thing.
where this gets annoying.
Ronda Rousey parodies Roddy Piper's shirt. She should definitely parody the Revivals. With no flips, just points. I like it. Take my idea, WWE. I'll be waiting for my dividend checks. Then...
They'll send it straight to the point.
Oh, yes. Using PowerPoint. Bobby Roode defended the United States title in an open challenge. Now, you may be asking yourself, who would have taken this open challenge? You may have thought, maybe Dolph Ziggler. Or, as some people for whatever reason were thinking, Bobby Lashley. The representation of Daddy Trump. Unfortunately, you get Mojo Rawley. What a fucking fart this was. Mojo Rawley has all the tools in the world. Have you seen all of these fucking promos he's been cutting on Twitter and all that? He's actually really good at this shit. He can cut a promo. Plus, he's good friends with Gronkowski, so I can already be a fan of that. But
that point is irrelevant.
Let's make this point perfectly clear. To have him come out and do a stomping on the stage like as if he's getting ready to start a football play is not going to make anybody give a shit about him. Just 1 year ago, he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and now
I forgot about that.
Well, that's the point. We're supposed to forget, apparently.
There's no point to that anymore.
So, we have the match. And am I the only one that just doesn't care about Bobby Roode? Like,
Yeah, you're the only one, because Bobby Roode is glorious.
that's not the point. But I find Bobby Roode, the only good thing about him is his theme music. I don't really particularly care for his work. He works way too much like a wrestler who was stuck in the 80s. And I'm hearing myself talking. Wow. I need to point that out.
Sorry.
I felt like I had to point it out.
That would be the Black Hat Feline.
Sorry. Can you guys still? I was switching out microphones.
Good point. Yeah. You're good now.
Okay.
So that's the pre-show, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Roode retained his United States title.
Clearly.
Clearly, because, well, he just won the damn thing, and, well, then again, I wouldn't put it past the company to just, give him a 2-week title run like they did with our buddy Kalisto, who's apparently trash according to Braun Strowman.
Basically, yes.
So, now we have to start with the opener, which to my dismay was not a Royal Rumble, because when I went into this, I thought it was going to be the Women's Royal Rumble. AJ Styles defends the WWE title against the Yep movement, known as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Is that what they're calling themselves?
Yep.
Yep. The Yep movement. They even have a shirt.
Does it say yep, yep, yep?
Yeah, it's exactly Daniel Bryan's shirt, except it says
That's
Yep.
what I think. Oh no, the cops are coming.
Uh-oh. Braun Strowman flipped over another trailer.
I gotta go take this. Hopefully they don't point their guns at me.
That's right. Why was this match not as good as it could have been?
Well, because I think the concept of a handicap title match is a weird one to begin with.
Also, the fact that if either Sammy or Kevin pin AJ, they become co-champions.
And the fact that they did this gimmick like 4 years ago with Lay Cool.
4 years ago? Try 7 years ago.
Was it 7 years ago? I can't even.
8 years ago, actually.
Thank you for pointing that out, there, Manasad.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
8 years ago, we're getting
So
old.
I knew what point in time we were talking about.
This fucking point is getting ridiculous. I did not care for this, and this is an AJ Styles match we're talking here.
It had 3 great elements. You have Sami Zayn, you have Kevin Owens, you have AJ Styles, and yet, like, it's a thing that should have mixed together to have been great, and it was just there.
Yep. You can't really say much because nothing of merit really happened other than that AJ Styles retained. And I don't know where they go with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn from here.
Moving to Raw.
No, they're not moving them to Raw. I think this feud continues on.
I mean, actually, to be fair, the only thing I could think of is one of them, probably Sami Zayn, because Kevin Owens has already done it, faces Shane McMahon at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, don't we have them facing each other on SmackDown next week?
Yeah, for a shot at... Was it a shot at the title, or...
Yes.
So yeah, one of them gets a shot at the title, but we can't really determine until that day happens to see where they go. Because at the moment, it just seems like they're on this never-ending feud with Shane McMahon that just doesn't seem to progress. Doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Because they don't want to go and actually put it in the fans' mind that Daniel Bryan's coming back. That's the problem, is that they don't know when or if he's going to come back and interject him into some sort of debauchery, if you will.
Is there actually rumor of him coming back?
He was 1 in 4 chance of winning the Rumble, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
People saw him as the dark horse.
That's
what it is
amazing to me.
What will happen is once his contract's up with WWE, he's leaving and going to ROH or New Japan probably.
Which then gets me to question what Brie Bella's future is for the company. But, with that said, this was an okay match, as everybody said. The next match still was not a Rumble match. The Usos defend the tag team titles against Chad, Charlie Haas Gable, and Shelton Benjamin. In a 2 out of 3 falls, nonetheless. But you wouldn't have known because the way they fucking did this match and the way they hyped it just didn't feel right.
Honestly, I didn't even care about this match.
Agreed. And I should have.
Which sucks also because I feel like, okay, I'm not sure why the Usos retained.
Well, why not?
I mean, because one of them's gotten kicked off of like all the extracurricular stuff. Like whenever they announced for the enter for a chance to go to Universal with Naomi
and the Usos.
Jay, it's not Naomi and the Usos anymore. It's Naomi and Jimmy Uso or whichever the one that didn't get the DUI.
Well, keep in mind of who we're talking about here. Somebody related to Roman Reigns, who is the Golden Boy. I'm just saying, they're going to probably protect people they like more so than they aren't. That's why Jack Swagger, somebody they didn't really give a shit about, after he got busted, was like, fuck you. Now you're this. Or Rob Van Dam. But, if you're Randy Orton and you destroy a hotel room, we'll just send you home. And keep in mind, they flipped the bill on that one. That's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
That's okay, ladies and gentlemen. We are fucking out of it because of this show. Completely zapped of energy.
I'm zapped of energy because of work today.
Fuck your work, ladies and gentlemen. My work zapped my energy. Coca-Cola does the trick. Sometimes.
Look, I understand, but the point is mute.
Moot, not mute.
Mute.
Damn. This is why when I work with Mexicanos, I want Daddy Trump to prevent you from ever raping my mind with your terrible intellect.
Excuse me, sir. How dare you?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the wall that Daddy is building.
I have a letter.
Not building yet. He doesn't have he doesn't have money for it yet.
That's because we're not paying for it. The other people are paying for it.
Yeah, they are.
That's what I heard. That's totally what's happening.
Now,
is that sarcasm?
No, absolutely not.
I'm a very serious person, ladies and gentlemen.
I see your point.
So, we have the Royal Rumble. I will try my best to run down the people and give some sort of synopsis of their run in the Rumble. Number 1, representing SmackDown, was Rusev, who got a huge pop.
Wait,
he got
guys.
a huge pop for a while.
Kristen Monoxide, I've yet to wish both of you a happy Rusev Day.
Dude.
Happy Rusev Day.
And there will be many more happy Rusev Days to come. That is very blessed. Let me just say I'm very blessed to know that my birthday lands on Rusev Day.
Mine too. It's amazing.
Mine too.
We all should be celebrating Rusev Day. In fact, why have a Black History Month when we can have a Rusev Day month? Celebrate a whole month of Rusev Day. Every month. All year round. Even on leap year. Leap year should be Rusev Day. So Rusev came out as number 1. And he was joined by the only person in the Balor Club, Finn Balor. Like I said,
That's true.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, he's like SpongeBob with his little 3 fingers. The gang's all here. So, next came out Rhino. Didn't like the people cared because this was Philly, ECW.
Easy dub.
And he was actually the first one eliminated by the next guy to come out, Baron Corbin. Now, I don't know if I've said this on this show, but you know how when Baron Corbin has his shirt off, it looks like he has a face on his stomach?
Yes.
Yes.
I have often said that that's not a face, that is Pat back. Remember the episode of SpongeBob where Patrick had a face on his back during when he was in the treehouse with Sandy, and Sandy was like all big and muscular? And
I cannot say I remember that because I don't watch that show.
Yes, I remember that.
That's Pat back on his stomach.
Yes.
That is Pat back, and that's why Baron Corbin's one of my favorites now, because he has Pat back. Well, after he eliminated Rhino, he was quickly disposed by Finn Balor, and then came out Heath Slater. Now, this poor fucker,
doesn't even get to get in the ring.
Best part of the whole Rumble.
He gets clotheslined by Baron Corbin. Now, I've often said that I think Heath Slater's gimmick was more suited for Primo, but alas, it's on Heath Slater. So he's out there. Everybody gets laid out by Baron Corbin, and eventually Elias comes out, attacks Heath Slater on the outside. He comes out, he does his thing, he plays his song. Then out comes, let me see if I'm pronouncing this right, Andrade Cien Almas. Forgive me.
No, it's Andrade Cien Almas.
I see. I am very bad at pronouncing Spanish names, and it's sad because I grew up with so many Latino people. They basically always accept me as one of their own. He also attacks Heath Slater. He comes in, he's the NXT surprise. Then comes Bray fucking Wyatt. The only guy I know that can zap the energy from the room and still be good at his character. Because they don't know what to do with him. They don't know what to do with this poor fucker.
Which is horrible because he's a great wrestler and his character is great.
I think he should have the opposite gimmick of The Undertaker. Remember, Undertaker was undefeated at WrestleMania? He should have 0-21 at WrestleMania. And then when he finally wins, it's like a big deal. That would be great. Or what we could do is, what is Undertaker now at WrestleMania? He's 22-2, I believe?
Yeah.
He should wrestle another 20 matches at WrestleMania each year, lose all 20 of those so he can match his record. Wouldn't that be awesome? He'll be 22-22. That would I want to see Undertaker do another 20 WrestleMania matches. I don't know, maybe on the low.
I don't know if that's even possible.
I think it's possible. This fucker always comes out of injury. Then comes Big E, the man
and then he gives Heath Slater pancakes.
Exactly. I think this man should always be used as a justified way of, if your woman cheats on you with him, you would understand. Number 10 was supposed to be Stan.
The perfect 10.
Stan.
Yes, Stan.
But it wasn't Stan, because Stan got kicked. Not by Shawn Michaels, but by Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sami Zayn just took his spot.
I got this.
Yes, he got this. Came in.
Apparently you could just do that.
Well, yeah, you can also, if you're out of the Royal Rumble, eliminate somebody who's in the Royal Rumble, and it counted as an elimination. But I digress. Sheamus came in next. Now, Heath Slater came in at number 5. He's laying on the outside. Again, this poor fucker has barely made it inside. Sheamus comes in, throws him in. Soon as Sheamus had thrown Heath Slater in and gets in himself, he gets clotheslined by Heath Slater.
Yep.
Out of the Royal Rumble. Now, this is a great and wonderful moment for Heath Slater because he eliminated a former, 2 or 3-time WWE champion, a former World Heavyweight champion, a former United States champion, a former King of the Ring, a Money in the Bank winner, a multi-time tag team champion, and then he gets eliminated by the losing version of Undertaker. Yeah. Anyways, then we get Xavier Woods. We get the black guy who smiles. We get Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Who we will get to later on. Alright, so I've already talked about Heath Slater. Sami Zayn gets eliminated by Shinsuke Nakamura in this match, which is kind of ironic because Shinsuke Nakamura's debut in the WWE was against Sami Zayn. Then came out Cesaro, who proceeds to eliminate the black guy who smiles. Then came in Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is the guy who always is relied upon to do all these dumbass spots.
Well, he took that spot from John Morrison. John Morrison used to be that guy who
John Morrison only
had
did a
to
year.
He used to had to be the guy that, you know, got thrown out of the ring but somehow like didn't touch the ground and had to figure out a crazy way to make it back in.
Sure. But Kofi, again, did his usual spot. I think he landed on...
What landed on Xavier Woods' chest.
Yeah, and then he had his foot on his pancakes or some crazy nonsense and got him back in the ring. But I shouldn't rush because all of that was happening while the next entrant, the Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, came in the ring.
The modern day Maharaja.
That's right. This fucking guy, who was main eventing SmackDown throughout the course of 2017, is in this Rumble for 3 minutes. He... did he eliminate... Yes, he eliminated Xavier Woods from this match.
Mm-hmm.
But he would be disposed later by Kofi, which I'll get to, because Jinder Mahal also eliminated Big E. And I'm thinking to myself, well, he's going to eliminate the whole New Day. Meanwhile, Cesaro
Oh, no.
And then Cesaro got eliminated by Seth Rollins. Oh, no! And then Jinder Mahal was eliminated by Kofi Kingston. No! But then Kofi Kingston was then eliminated by, what is it again? Cien Almas.
Mm-hmm.
Andrade Cien Almas, yes.
I want to watch his match with Johnny Gargano. I have yet to watch it. I've heard really good things about it. But then again,
fucking good.
I'm not surprised because I was there live for their match in Brooklyn, and that was really good. So these two have really good chemistry.
And if you watch that, you also need to watch the match between Aleister Black and I think one of the next people entering into the Rumble.
Well, actually, no, he's not the next person. Seth Rollins came in after Jinder Mahal, and also after Seth Rollins, I and my friends had a number drawing, and I drew number 19, and number 19 was the Woken One, Matt Hardy. Rusev was then eliminated by both Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. Then Bray Wyatt was eliminated by Matt Hardy, who then eliminated himself. How fun was that?
No, they had eliminated each other.
Pretty much, but according to this, they eliminated each other. Well, yeah. Number 20, Juan Cena. Now,
Dun, 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 dun.
Word life. John Cena proceeds to eliminate. Where was I in the eliminations? Okay, so Bray Wyatt, number 14. Number 15. John Cena eliminates Elias. Why? I don't know. But then the next person that comes in is one of our surprise entrants. Stand back! There is a
There's
hurricane.
a hurricane come through.
The hurricane.
Look, I gotta say this for that. When I say there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grown-ass men that popped for a hurricane coming in, it was great.
I marked out for this because he brought his hurrah powers, bitch, until he was eliminated by John Cena.
Which was great.
Right.
And then Michael Cole making the thing. It's like 2 superheroes in the middle of the ring staring at each other. I'm just like,
this could have definitely been a Marvel versus DC comic type of movie. For sure. Then came in. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Then came in Aiden English, who apparently does not have a theme song. It's just a woman singing. He gets eliminated by Finn Balor. Number 23, all bandaged up from his match against Aleister Black. Adam fucking Cole.
Baby! No, you said it wrong. It's Adam Cole, baby!
The last time I really started following Adam Cole's career was when he was getting the chance of suck his dick, so that just shows how much I've fallen out of the loop. Number 18, okay, so we're not there yet.
No.
After Adam Cole came in, Randy Orton came in and would proceed to eliminate Andrade Cien Almas. Again, if I'm pronouncing that name wrong, fuck you. Then came in Titus O'Neil, number 25. Hooah, 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 hooah. 26 was The Miz. And I think... No, not yet. Next came in Rey Mysterio. This was shocking.
Who's that jumping out the sky? Mysterio!
Mysterio! Here we go! Booyaka, booyaka! Has anyone ever come back to me to explain to me what a booyaka is?
Booyaka, booyaka! 619.
Has anyone actually sat down with me and told me what the term booyaka means? I'm still waiting.
I know what bukkake means.
Okay,
That's not the same thing, I don't think.
But it's not like the song goes, Bukkake, Bukkake! I'm sorry. Rey Mysterio eliminates Adam Cole. Next comes in God himself, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns eliminated... Okay, so Adam Cole was number 19, eliminated. Roman Reigns eliminates Titus O'Neil. And then they eliminate The Miz. Him and Seth Rollins, that is. Why don't I just get the last 2 entrants out of the way before I get to the eliminations, the rest of the eliminations. Number 29 was Goldust. And the 30 surprise entrant was Zigglypuff, Dolph Ziggler. Okay, so Miz was 21, eliminated. Then Roman Reigns turns against his buddy, Seth Rollins. This is the guy that needs to be the biggest babyface in the company, the one that turns against his best friends. Now, granted, this match was all every man for himself. But goddamn it, if Hulk Hogan can still remain face after cheating to get Sid Vicious eliminated by Ric Flair, then fuck it. Number 20, so he was the 22nd eliminated. Then Goldust was eliminated by Ziggler. Ziggler was then eliminated by Finn Balor. Randy Orton was then eliminated by Roman Reigns. Who was the 26th eliminated? I believe that may have... No, he was 27. The 26th eliminated was Rey Mysterio. So now we're down to Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena, and God himself, Roman Reigns.
I'd like to point out that in our pay-per-view pick'em that we do on Spaz's channel, we did it a little different this time. We got to pick 3 people who could possibly win the Rumble. And I had 3 out of the 4 of the last people and still didn't win the pick'em.
Wow.
Same.
I picked either John Cena, Finn Balor, or Roman Reigns.
I had Shinsuke. I had Shinsuke, Finn Balor, or Roman Reigns, and I think Daniel Bryan was my 4th.
I don't.
No, you only had 3. Daniel Bryan was one of yours.
No, it was Roman Reigns.
It was not Roman Reigns.
I had an honorable mention of Daniel Bryan.
You did not have an honorable mention.
You know what? Play
Move
back
on.
the tape. Play back the tape.
I will. Not like right now, because
Damn, I wanted you to play
we're on
the
another
tape.
show. Because we're on like another show.
Because we're live.
Yes, we're live.
Recording.
And recording. Taped.
For these wonderful people at www. I don't know the website that we're on.
Unpopularunion.com, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? Hey. How you doing, Bob?
It's Rob.
It's Rob. Hey, Rob.
Yes. Yeah. Replace the B with an R. So in this part, Finn Balor gets eliminated. John Cena gets eliminated, and to my dismay, Roman Reigns gets eliminated, leaving Shinsuke Nakamura the victor of this match. Which he is the first ever Oriental wrestler to win the Royal Rumble.
Of Japanese descent?
Yes. Not Yokozuna, because apparently Yokozuna was Samoan in real life, which I don't know where they would get that information from, but regardless. Everyone seemed happy that Shinsuke won. I think it was just, I think people were a fan of Shinsuke, but I think it was more so that Roman didn't win. But it doesn't matter.
I was more than happy as Shinsuke won.
But it doesn't matter because Roman's going to win the Chamber and face Brock Lesnar for the title. And what's the name? The Superdome? Because Hogan kept referring to it as the Silverdome, I think.
Yes, the Superdome.
It's the Superdome, not the Silverdome.
Now, I want to see if people will riot at the Superdome if Roman beats Brock Lesnar. But
yes,
I will be there. I will be there. But don't worry. If I am harmed in any way, I will have my entourage, known as Guapo and Suave, to protect me at all times and take the bumps for me.
I will throw you into the fire.
No, that's...
Except that they're not even sitting with you.
They'll protect me, don't worry. I have them in spirit.
I highly doubt that. Knowing both of them, I highly doubt that.
Well, let's just put it like this. I'm actually going. Suave isn't.
What a dick. See, that's if I'm gonna have a Mizdow at this fucking WrestleMania, I mean, come on. Next, well, Shinsuke wins. Everyone's happy, like I said, but then we had the tag team titles, the Raw tag team titles. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. Jason Angle facing Cesaro and Sheamus, The Bar, in an average match that was in a death spot because it was just after the Rumble that everybody went nuts over.
Yeah, that match was so dead.
Nobody cared. And Cesaro and Sheamus won. Nothing really to it. They won. Yay.
Saw it happening.
So The Bar are, what, 3-time WWE Tag Team Champions now?
I think so.
And has Cesaro ever fixed his front teeth?
Yeah, I think he still has to have one more surgery.
I think he's fixed them, but he wears the mouth guard, so it doesn't happen again.
Well, because he has very expensive teeth in his mouth now.
Well, smart man. Very smart man. Very tough guy. Because, like I said, any problems with your teeth or gums, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. So, that's usually most painful. Then we had the Universal title match, which was pretty disappointing. Brock Lesnar defending the Universal title against Kane and Braun Strowman. And this match, it had all the spots that you would want in a match like this, but no heat. Absolutely none. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
That's because everybody knew who was going to win.
I
I didn't.
I think people had a glimmer of
Yes,
hope
you
that maybe
did. You were just
Strowman won.
Guapo, you did know who was going to win. You were just lying to yourself.
I wanted Braun to win, damn it.
I know you wanted him to win, but you knew in your heart of hearts that he wasn't going to.
There was a spot here where Strowman kneed Brock Lesnar's brains out of his fucking ears.
And then Strowman got a shoot punch to the face.
And then Brock would proceed by screaming, "Slow the fuck down!" Literally, you can read his lips and hear him say, "Slow the fuck down."
While he was giving Strowman across his face.
Yes. There is no heat, it's just a receipt, and it's basically Brock as the veteran telling this guy he's going too fast, he is stiffing, you need to calm the fuck down a bit.
Chill the fuck out.
That's bad if Brock Lesnar's telling you need to calm down and you're being stiff as fuck.
Well, to be fair, Braun Strowman's only been wrestling for like 3-4 years. Not WWE, in general. In general, he's only been wrestling a couple years.
Yep.
So, it's pretty safe to say he's going to make these mistakes, especially since he's only been doing this main gimmick for not even 2 years. So.
And he's already over as fuck.
One of the best acts on Raw right now. But Brock retained.
Also, quick side note, I need to point something out here.
Oh, another point!
Yes. Strowman's new shirt. Catch these hands. I really felt like they're missing the opportunity for to market a shirt that says, "I'm not finished with you yet."
I think because he was a heel at the time when he was saying that, they didn't want to market that. Get these hands just sounds better for them. Let them have their moment. Because fuck us fans. Why not?
I don't know. I guess I'd rather buy a shirt that says "I'm not finished with you yet."
That's right. But now we have our main event. The Women's Royal Rumble. A very perplexing Rumble, as I said earlier. Some people thought it was shit. I can understand their point. Some people thought it was great. I can understand their point. I am in the middle. I thought they were good and bad to be found in this match. I could watch this match again, but not for quality, just for the excitement of people coming out. We started off with Sasha Banks. I don't know what it is about Sasha, but she always looks like she's balding even more every episode.
I don't get that.
Her hair looks like it's receding, like she's getting a receding hairline in the front. So, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch started off. Then came out Sarah Logan, who I believe she's part of the Riot Squad, which is one of the...
Also her indie name was Crazy Mary Dobson.
This is one of the, in my opinion, the worst factions currently. Because they don't do anything. They're pretty... Not only that, they're all 3 different gimmicks, yet they're all acting the same, if that makes sense. They all come from different backgrounds, but they're acting totally the same. They're interchangeable. If I closed my eyes and heard each one of them talk, I couldn't tell you which one was which. And that's saying something. Then came out Trish Stratus' daughter, Mandy Rose, who was actually the first one eliminated by the next oncoming entrant, You Screwed Matt, Lita. I was never a fan of Lita. Everybody knows that. Not going to get into it. Then we had a surprise entrant in Kairi Sane, the NXT star, the pirate, the one with the great elbow drop.
I thought she was hurt.
I don't know.
Apparently not.
Apparently not, because she was in this match for a total of 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Out came Tamina, who was eliminated by Lita. That's another thing I want to mention here before I continue. A lot of these girls did not last that long. I would say a good 2/3 of them lasted less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
I just thought it was quite interesting. I thought they would allow them to go longer, especially since in the men's they usually allow a good portion of the men to last long, especially if their goal is to build these men into future stars. I would figure you'd want to do that with the women, especially since this is the first ever women's Royal Rumble. Maybe not so much the legends or the free agents, as you call them, but the current women could have used some time. Because Tamina gets eliminated by Lita, and she only lasted 1 minute and 34 seconds in this match. It's quite short. Especially for a woman as her size. And Lita would then be eliminated by Becky Lynch. So then, out came... Remember that name that we came up with for one of the NXT girls back when it was a reality show? We used to refer to her as Man-Arms. Dana Brooke is Man-Arms.
That's true.
Dana Brooke is Man-Arms. I'm one of the few that likes her face. But she is a bodybuilder, and it does make it seem like she's got man-arms. But Dana Brooke eliminated Kairi Sane. Pretty shocking. Because Kairi Sane's pretty popular, and Dana Brooke, not so much. Dana Brooke was then eliminated by the next entrant, Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson, a woman who is nearly 43 years old and looks as stunning as ever. This woman...
That's true.
This woman is a goddess. Whoever gets into a relationship with this woman, put a ring on her, make her happy, because I tell you...
I thought she was dating Aaron Rodgers.
Tori Wilson?
Wait, the Green Bay Packers quarterback?
Hold on. I'm on Instagram right now.
Maybe.
You're talking about Alex Rodriguez?
Yes.
No, they broke up. They broke up years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we make a side tangent that Tori Wilson just got hotter. That's it.
Oh my God, this woman is ageless.
We get it.
I don't get why whoever dated this woman would ever break up with her, knowing full well they'd be going to bed with that at 43 every night.
She has to be fucking insane.
I hope to God that when 20 years from now she looks the same, because goddamn, God bless her. She does a good job of taking care of herself.
Thank you, Instagram.
Yes, Instagram is a great tool if you want to follow models, female models. Sonya Deville comes out, part of
Who?
Exactly, Absolution. Sonya Deville came out and eliminated Tori Wilson. Did I mention Tori Wilson eliminated Dana Brooke? Yes, she did eliminate. Tori Wilson eliminates Dana Brooke. Sonya Deville eliminates Tori Wilson. Then Liv Morgan comes out. Can't hate her. She's a Liv Morgan, whatever the fuck.
She's my secondary dibs.
You can have her. I mean, she's a Jersey girl, so I can't hate on her. Although, for whatever reason, she saw something in Enzo that made her date him. So,
I think they broke up probably by now.
They did, and now apparently she's having some sort of, like, weird friendship relationship with Tyler Bate that I can't seem to make sense out of. But whatever. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. Then came probably, in my opinion, the most shocking entrant in this whole Rumble. Molly Holly. Where was this woman for so many years?
I honestly don't know.
Well, I think
But she looked great.
I think a lot of people were happy to see some of the women that were in this Rumble because they felt like they got snubbed for the 25th anniversary of Raw.
I guess. But Molly Holly, I'm not going to complain because
one of the reasons I liked this Rumble was because one of my biggest complaints about the 25th anniversary was the fact that, you know, they brought a lot of these women out on stage and they were just kind of like, I'm here and now I'm going to go get my paycheck. And I feel like it, you know, it fulfilled that want that I wanted to see them, like, do something. Maybe it wasn't wrestle, but, you know, do something.
Well, Molly Holly did eliminate Sarah Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Out came Lana, who got very loud Rusev Day chants chanted at her. And this is at a point when I just basically said that, and I said it in a joking sense, that your husband is more over than you, so they gotta chant for your husband. That's sad. But
if this was 2 years ago, we would have been talking about how it's so sad that everybody's chanting "We want Lana" every time Rusev gets in the ring.
Yeah.
Rusev Day.
Rusev Day. They chanted Rusev Day at her like crazy. Then came out Mrs. Taker, Michelle McCool. She eliminated a good hefty amount of people here. She eliminated Sonya Deville. She eliminated Liv Morgan. She eliminated Molly Holly. And she eliminated Lana. And I'm wondering if they did an Undertaker chant at her. I believe they did.
Yes, they did.
Because I heard, and granted I'm not 100%, I heard there was some sort of controversy where people were angry because they chanted Undertaker at her, but yet it was okay when everybody chanted, Daniel Bryan, yes, yes, yes at Brie Bella, or Rusev Day at Lana, or,
John Cena sucks at Nikki Bella. Yes.
Did they chant John Cena sucks at Nikki Bella?
They didn't chant John Cena. They did the John Cena sucks, John Cena at Nikki Bella. So, but Michelle McCool was on an elimination rampage here, and
she holds the most eliminations for one woman,
which kind of irked me because unless she was actually coming back full time, why are you gonna have the part-time person eliminate out of this list? She eliminated Sonya Deville, Liv Morgan, and Lana, who are current gals on the roster, and Molly Holly. She ain't coming back the next day. Not that I'm aware of. But, alas, since she's Taker's wife, that's what's going to happen. Next came out, no, it's Ruby Riott. I'm sorry. Next came out, Vicky Guerrero. The best entrance in this whole thing. This is why I missed Vicky so much. She was absolutely fantastic here. She came out here, did her excuse me, screaming at Becky Lynch, Michelle McCool, Ruby Riott, and Sasha Banks, and got her ass totally thrown out. It was great. Mm-hmm. This was funny. It was comical. I loved every second of this. I think Vicky, I wish she would come back. And I've met Vicky before. One of the nicest human beings on the planet. It's no wonder that her and Eddie Guerrero found each other. No fucking wonder. Next came out Carmella. I love Carmella to death. She's a very great character in my book. Very hot, too. Wrestling could use a little tweaking, but she's one of my favorites on the roster. Now I got that out of the way. Natalia's out next, and she eliminates Michelle McCool. Which I guess everybody is like just thanking God. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what people's hatred for Michelle McCool is, if it's big or not. Then Becky Lynch was eliminated by Ruby Riott. Becky Lynch lasted 30 minutes and 54 seconds, so congrats to her. Then another surprise entrant, Kelly Kelly. Everyone hates her for some reason.
I don't hate Kelly Kelly.
Everyone seems to think she's terrible. Like, she's the worst thing ever. Am I the only one that doesn't see this?
That she's the... that everybody hates?
Like, they hate her as far as a wrestler. They think she's terrible. They think she's awful.
I mean, I have no strong opinions on Kelly Kelly. I don't think she's great. I don't think she's bad.
I missed the expose.
Out came Naomi Uso.
Meh.
Then came out Jacqueline.
Who?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Naomi, who got to play the role of Kofi Kingston in this Royal Rumble,
That's right. Pick a black woman to do it.
including doing. I think he did the chair re-entry back into the Royal Rumble like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was about 2
3 years ago.
Roughly, I don't remember. My brain is shot. But Naomi, of course, they picked the black one to do it. You can clearly tell there's racism there.
Whoa.
Jacqueline came out. It was nice to see Jacqueline, but I don't really remember if she got a reaction or not. Nia Jax came out, eliminated Jacqueline, then eliminated Kelly, then eliminated Ruby Riott, then eliminated Naomi. Damn, this woman's on a roll. Then came out the NXT surprise, the other NXT surprise, Ember Moon. Then
it was still selling the injury from last night.
Yes.
From her championship match.
Out came out Beth Copeland, also known as Beth Phoenix, eliminated by her best friend Natalya.
Yeah, nobody chanted Edge at Beth Phoenix.
That's true. Nobody chanted Edge at Beth Phoenix. I think it's because I don't think a lot of people knew they are married / were dating for a while. Also, and I don't know why. Maybe I wasn't the only person because I saw it on Twitter. Beth Phoenix versus Nia Jax is a match that I really want to see for some reason.
Maybe if Nia Jax improves a little bit in the ring, and if Beth Phoenix can wear the ring rust off. Out came Asuka, who then eliminated Ember Moon. Poor Ember.
She can't ever win.
Nope, not on Asuka. Then came out Mickie James, who surprisingly did not get a Magnus chant. Wink, wink. Next came out Nikki Bella, who proceeds to eliminate Carmella, my girl Carmella. Why? Then came out Bayley. And the final entrant was not Ronda Rousey. It was Stratusfaction. She can't get no Stratusfaction, known as Trish Stratus. This is where the eliminations start to pile up. Mickie James and Trish Stratus had a stare down, which was awesome. The fans went absolutely nuts for this. So, Mickie James gets eliminated by Trish. Nia Jax, I was so pissed because she was my number for this one, number 22. Nia Jax gets eliminated by everybody in the Rumble that was there at the time.
Yes.
Bayley then gets eliminated, double-crossed by Sasha Banks. The 25th elimination was Natalya by Trish Stratus. And one of my favorite parts of this Rumble was when Trish Stratus and Sasha Banks had a face-off. Trish Stratus, who is one of my personal favorite women's wrestlers of all time, mocked Sasha Banks by doing her taunt. That was absolutely great. I thought that was...
I agree.
That was absolutely fantastic. I was hoping that she would do something, but then I'd be a hypocrite.
It was very Trish Stratus. That's just a thing that she would normally do.
Well, heel Trish Stratus, yes.
Yes.
But Trish Stratus, to me, if I would have said she should eliminate Sasha, I'd be a hypocrite because I just complained about Michelle McCool earlier. Sasha eliminates Trish. So, who are we down to? We are now down to the Bellas, Brie and Nikki, Asuka, and Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is eliminated by the Bellas, so now it leaves Brie, Nikki, and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I'm thinking to myself, why is this the final three? I can understand Nikki being in there, but the Bella Twins are so weirdly, matched in there, in the sense that they always don't know whether to have them feud or to have them team. They always flip-flop back and forth with that. Do you vaguely remember, in the lead-up to WrestleMania 25, when both of them were kind of like at each other's throats because one of the Bellas wanted to be with Miz and Morrison and the other wanted to be with the Colognes.
I do remember that.
This was back when Primo was employed. Just keep that in mind.
I thought Primo was never employed.
Oh, he was until 2009 or 10 when they broke up the Colognes. Now everybody seems to think he's still there after all these years. He's not there. He's not there. In fact, last night I went to my friend's house to play WWE 2K18, and we were playing an Elimination Chamber... No, a Hell in a Cell match. Armageddon Hell in a Cell, and I picked Primo. And I told my friend, I like your creator wrestler of Primo, because I know damn well he was not put in this game. You created him. There is no way they put him in there. Anyways. The Bellas have a little bit of a teamwork going on with Asuka, but of course Nikki, being dumb, decided to eliminate her own sister. Now leaving her alone with the woman that is undefeated. They have a back and forth. They are on the apron of the ring. They do a very sloppy drop kick that helps Asuka gain a victory. So Asuka is your first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner, which was the right choice. Now, throughout this whole time, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss are on the outside watching this match. They're not on commentary.
No, they're just watching.
They're just watching. Stephanie was on commentary.
McMahon is on commentary.
Can we talk about how shitty Stephanie was on commentary?
I didn't pay attention, so I can't.
I did not pay attention to her, but
it was bad.
I assumed that it was not very good. Maybe that's why I chose not to pay attention.
So, Asuka wins. You get Alexa Bliss and Charlotte coming into the ring. Now, there's one minute detail I forgot to bring up. After Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble, they asked him who he was facing. The fans chanted AJ Styles, and he kind of just basically reiterated that, yes, he's going to go after AJ Styles for the WWE title. So, as of right now, unless AJ Styles gets injured or if AJ loses the title, one of your main events at WrestleMania is Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the title. So, yay, that should be good. Now, Asuka, though, never really made her decision. I don't know if she was going to make her decision, but she was then interrupted by the song Bad Reputation from Joan Jett.
Which is not a good entry song.
Well, that was her theme in UFC, so it makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So, she came out to a pop. It was nowhere near the pop that Brock Lesnar got when he came back from UFC, but it was a pop. She came out wearing Roddy Piper's legitimate leather jacket. She pointed at the Mania logo. She looked at the contestants. She tried to give Asuka a handshake. Asuka looked at her hand and wanted to make a point that she does not need no handshake or respect. So she slapped her hand
You
down
don't
the way.
belong here!
So she slapped her hand away. Ronda kind of just was like, oh, okay, I see how it is. I see your point. To which she then pointed at the Mania logo.
You see, I thought Asuka was going to make her choice right there and say, I don't want to fight either one of them. I want to fight you.
I want to fight both. Oh, I thought she was going to say, I assumed Asuka was going to do something like she was going to face both of them. Which, in hindsight, would have been dumb, but for some reason in the moment, that's what I felt like was going to happen.
Why do you have those feelings?
I don't know, I just did.
You gotta stop.
Why are you the way that you are?
I just am.
You didn't... I mean, when Matt Hardy screamed delete the week before he did his promo, you were still under the assumption that he was not doing the broken gimmick.
Exactly.
He had been doing the delete thing since they brought back the Hardys.
But it was a vague thing. Right there, they panned to him doing it.
They blatantly went to him while there's dead air, and he was doing it.
So
he was doing that the entire time, guys. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he was doing it the entire time.
We understand that, but every time they would do that, he would do it, and then they turn the camera away.
That. Clearly you don't understand that, because no, they didn't. Yeah,
they did. They would take the camera, zoom it away.
No, they wouldn't.
And then
I think the point here, the point of this is you lost the bet and you're going to be dressing up like Nikki Bella.
That's right, because you keep assuming
I would
things.
just like to add that you guys are assuming that the bet was I had to dress up like Nikki Bella. The original bet is I had to buy and wear Nikki Bella merch. And I'm so graciously going above and beyond that, and then you guys just keep adding more shit onto it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
And your
talking
point
about.
is?
And my point is, fuck you guys, I'm gonna do what I want.
Oh, so
Look.
you're like one of those little white girls on Maury. I do what I want! That's right.
Well, the test came back, and you are going to dress up like Nikki Bella.
That's right.
No, I'm gonna do what I want.
Ugh. We asked you if you were going to do what you want. You said yes. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, before
The point is,
we missed one detail. Ronda Rousey, after she did.
Who the fuck do we get? Do we get Asuka versus Bliss? Asuka versus Charlotte? Rousey versus Bliss? Rousey versus Charlotte? Or do we just have a massive orgy in the ring?
I wouldn't mind that. That would be great. But Asuka is apparently going to face Bliss. This is the rumor. Asuka's going to face Bliss. No. I take that back. Asuka's going to face Charlotte. Bliss is supposed to face Nia Jax. And then Ronda Rousey is going to do the match they've been wanting to do, which is why they did this. Ronda Rousey, after she pointed twice, came outside, shook the hand of Stephanie McMahon, and then went up to the ramp and pointed one more time at the WrestleMania sign. So the plan was for WrestleMania 32, originally, was supposed to be Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus The Rock and Ronda Rousey. We did not get that because I think Rock had a prior... Well, he appeared at WrestleMania, but I think he had a movie commitment that prevented him from wrestling. Not only that, but Ronda Rousey had lost a fight a few months prior, so it wouldn't have worked. Now that they have her, they want to do a mixed tag match with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Ronda Rousey, and while it might not be The Rock, they'll have to find somebody. What are you doing? I'm not doing anything. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Doing what?
Somebody's going on the mic.
I don't know.
At any rate, regardless of what that sound was, it sounded like somebody was masturbating to the idea of Ronda Rousey being in a mixed tag match. But yes, Ronda Rousey will be in a mixed tag match, supposedly.
It did sound like that.
I don't know what that was.
Somebody sounded like they were jerking off to that idea. But that was the Royal Rumble. It was an okay match. Historic, yes. Main event, understandable for what they were going. But the big question is, and we didn't touch upon this earlier, do you feel that with Ronda Rousey coming out and pointing 3 times at the Mania sign, that it took away from Asuka's win and the focus off of the women in this match?
A little, but not so much that we should be like up in arms. Like,
well, they are.
Because
people are up in arms.
When the women's revolution was like kind of just beginning, WWE was talking about how Ronda Rousey was even sort of a part of that when it came to sports in general, not for wrestling, but for sports in general, and how her popularity kind of made women's UFC like more popular. More people wanted to watch it and everything. So, and that's kind of what this whole match was about. It was less about let's have an actual like big Royal Rumble match and crazy spots and whatever. This Royal Rumble match was very much this is the first one. We're gonna like kind of showcase the entire spectrum of women's wrestling history, and from new to older wrestlers, and we're gonna make this. It's a big nostalgia thing.
I do believe they could have probably waited till Raw to do this.
I definitely think so, yeah. They definitely could have.
Agreed.
But I'm not not super angry about it, and usually I'm the one that's all up in arms about it, but they definitely could have waited. This definitely could have been a thing on Raw.
The only disappointment to me about the Women's Rumble was we did not get the return of Santina Marella. I was hoping that the only Miss WrestleMania would have made an appearance. I would have marked the fuck out, and I didn't get it. So, to WWE, fuck you.
But Vince McMahon told you to like it.
That's right. I'm going to enjoy it anyways. Just like I'm going to enjoy Bobby Lashley's return. And I'm going to, if I go hold up a sign when he's there, I'm going to be like, Bobby supports Daddy. I am going to do it. I am now a Bobby Lashley fan, guys. That's it. He is my favorite wrestler now. That is it.
Because Vince told you to.
That too. He did tell me to. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all that's left. I know that we are all energied out.
Yep.
It's been a long day, but don't worry. There is more shit to come. We will come back next week. Better than ever.
What's with the dramatic music?
Yeah, no.
It's my laptop. In fact, I think that's trying to wake my ass up.
I felt it was appropriate. I thought you were going to send us off.
Do we get sign off?
Hold on, lady.
Gentleman. I was like,
Shut
holy
the fuck
shit,
up.
we have
What
like
kind of point are you trying to make here?
I'm back.
I thought that was appropriate. It was giving us sign-off music. It was super dramatic and everything.
Not only was it super dramatic, it made it sound like I was done with the show, like as in I'm never doing another episode again.
Yeah, and then Monoxide leaves the show forever.
No,
that's his last show.
I'm having too much fun with this shit. I'm done with having wrestling making me miserable. This is my escapism.
I just assumed that you had added some level of production value to the show and gave us sign out.
That was actually music that's played in Cult of Kayfabe's, not Cult of Kayfabe's, I'm sorry, Kayfabe commentaries' shoot interviews, which are different.
I'm sure Cult of Kayfabe has that music too, but
that too. But Kayfabe commentaries, love their stuff. There's your free plug, Sean Oliver. I want to see dividend checks from you, too.
Spaz Phoenix. There you go.
So, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are signing off, and hopefully some interesting shit happens in the following.
Wait.
Hooray!
Do we want a pay-per-view to watch?
Yeah, that would give us a reason to come back next week. Why not? It has to be bad, though. It has to be terrible.
It has to be bad. It has to be terrible.
It has to be, terrible as in, I can laugh at it.
Alright, let's see. Network. Pay-per-views. All pay-per-views. WWE.
We're doing it here, live.
Live in front of a taped audience.
Insurrection. Let's see. Rebellion. That sounds like a shitty one.
No. Let me think of one. How about WCW Greed?
Oh, God. Wait. Is that the one you tried to tell me we need to watch?
Just
all right, fine. WCW Greed 2001, the last one.
The last WCW pay-per-view ever held.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good to me. I'm not going to know who anybody is.
What are you talking about? There's a lot of wrestlers that you would probably know, like Booker T, Scott Steiner.
Good. Okay, good.
Because most of those guys went to WWE anyways, or were in WWE.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. WCW Greed next week! And I can't wait for this. I'm going to pay attention to every single itty-bitty detail. I hope one day that we review Bash at the Beach 2000 as well. The one where Vince Russo... Another
time.
Another time. But right now, Greed. We got to think about Greed. Because that's how
Greed.
And I agree. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes. That's
the point.
The point.
And that is the point.
Good point. Bye.
Adios, amigos.